So before I start this talk, I want us to take a few moments to do something that I bet most people don't do on a regular basis. We're going to watch the stars. Enjoy. So how many of you do that for, let's say, 10 minutes, at least once a week? Raise your hands. Not a lot of people. So you see, not a lot of people take the time to enjoy small things like watching the stars, for example, in their busy everyday lives. So I wanted to make sure that you can watch them now, as you probably won't be able to do so in the future. So let me explain. So the first thing is that, as we all know, the universe is expanding and everything is slowly moving away from us. Scientists say that in about 4 billion years, the night sky will go from this to this. Horrible, I know. Another thing is light and air pollution, which are slowly but surely starting to hide the night sky from us. Light pollution is, according to the Oxford Dictionary, brightening of the night skies caused by streetlights or other man-made sources, which has a disruptive effect on natural cycles and inhibits the observations of stars and planets. And air pollution is, again according to the Oxford Dictionary, the presence in or introduction into the environment of a substance which has poisonous or harmful effects. So because of light pollution, the sky has become brighter. And we all know that stars cannot shine without darkness, right? And some other countries also have an extremely high level of air pollution. For example, one of our teachers, Miss Patachi, she's my English teacher, she once told us in class that when she lived in Shanghai for 7 years, she never ever saw a single star in the night sky because of the extremely high level of air pollution. And I guess it's only a matter of time before industrialization takes over and hides this beauty from our eyes. So I'm telling you all that because I want you to know that you're extremely lucky to be able to see all that. And you're not even appreciating it. But then, if stars are so important, why don't we watch them? And I know. It's because we're all busy. I mean, come on, we the students, we have school until 3:30. Some of us have after-school activities, sports outside of school, private lessons, and of course, homework is always there. The teachers, they also have to plan your lessons, grade your tests, plan homeworks, write reports, and other things. And I don't even want to talk about parents, because being a parent is the hardest thing ever. You have to take care not only of yourself, but of another human being too. So I guess it's pretty safe to say that we all have busy lives, right? And that's the thing. We never really stop. We never really stop to find time to enjoy those little moments, like watching the stars, for example. And that is when we make one of our biggest mistakes. So I'm going to share a story with you. My story of how I learned to always find the time to appreciate those little moments. So when I was little, when I was 9, my great-grandmother always invited me to go watch sunsets with her. But you know how it was. I was always running around, playing with friends, was always too busy or always had better things to do. And when I was 10, she passed away. And I will forever, ever regret that I didn't go watch those sunsets with her. I guess the moral of the story is that you should always remember to enjoy those little moments in your life, because you never know how long they will be there. Have you experienced a similar situation where you just want to go back in time and enjoy those little moments? Now I have. But let's get to the roots of this. Why? Why are we always in such a rush? And the answer is society. According to World Financial Review, The Economist, and other experts all around the world, we're in the middle of the fourth industrial revolution, which develops cyber-physical systems, artificial intelligences, and networks in general. So everything around us is happening fast. We get online shopping, we can get food online, we have access to information faster. And the thing is that society is pressuring you to catch up. You also have to be fast. You know what you do your whole life? You're at home, You go to school, go to work, go to university, whatever. You do your things, then you go back home, sleep, and eat. And then the cycle repeats over and over and over again. Then you're always taught that you don't have time for the little things and that you should forget about them in order to meet society's expectations. But you know what? You do have time. Tons and tons and tons of time. Raise your hands if you've ever come across this sentence. Time is working against you. Or if you've ever said, I never have time to do anything. Most of you. But I want to tell you that you do have time. Imagine this. Try to think of your most distant memory, like your very, very first one. I personally remember I was little and I was really sick, and me and my mom, we were in this hotel room and she was giving me medicine. So it wasn't my best memory, but I guess it was my first one. So now, try to think of all the time that has passed from this memory until now. You sitting here, listening to my TED Talk. For me personally, that's a lot of time, and I'm only 13. So now, if you're an adult, you're probably going to live 1.5, 2, or even 3 times this time period, as the average lifespan of a person is 80 years. And if you're a child, 7 to even 8 times. You see, you do have time, but the problem is the society tells you you don't. And then you get used to forgetting about the little things. And that is when you make one of your biggest mistakes that you'll forever, ever regret. Because at the very end, you won't care about how much money you've got, how many apartments you have, or how many hours you've worked. But you'll remember those times that you went to that favorite coffee shop with your best friend. Because it's the little things that truly make you happy. And unfortunately, the things that we're always taught we don't have time for. So now, to finish everything, I just want to tell you that you should always, always remember to just stop. Stop whatever you're doing. And enjoy those little moments in your life, because you never know how long they will be there. After all, I was never able to watch those sunsets again, and I will forever regret it. Please, please don't repeat the same mistake that I did. And please, take at least 10 minutes tonight to watch the stars. Thank you.